States Committee of Public Gaming, so let's bloody have a watch.
Of course. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I was called to the Louvre's Grand Gallery by one of the King's Royal Guards. Did you say o'clock? There I saw Prince Juan, King Louis Philippe, the corpse of Major Hal with a rose in hand, and around 24 citizens, brother. Fucking... The citizens and the king himself all attest to seeing Major Hal taking the rose from Prince Juan's hand and then promptly dropping like a Slim Jim, brother. We need Stewart here.
You're doing Hulk Hogan.
I'm not doing Hulk Hogan at all. I'm doing Macho Man Randy Savage. They do have very similar voices, though, because one's Slim Jim and the other's all Hulksters all across the nation.
Yeah. And what did the bloody morgue uncover upon the examined diddlybation of the corpse?
The coroner determined with absolute certainty that Major Hal died of poisoning. Aside from a pick upon the finger, there was no sign of external harm to Major Hal's body. Therefore, the poisoned rose must have been the cause of death.
Putting the pieces together, that does seem pretty bloody indicative of the prince. I got no further questions. Yeah, I was hoping the coroner's report would determine that the guy died from a freak heart attack or something.
Yeah, no, Major Hal actually took a bit too much Viagra in the morning. It was horrible. That would make for a particularly speedy trial, wouldn't it? But no, we aren't so lucky. Something else must be amiss in the old bird's testimony.
Right, I'll tear it apart. Your Honor, I wish to cross-examine the witness.
All right.
Oh my God!
Wow. Filkin, wasn't it? Don't waste the court's time. A high-ranking police officer would never lie on the witness stand.
Oh my gosh. I wouldn't accuse the inspector of lying. I just want to make sure that every base is properly covered.
I need to go home to eat Borsk, bird brain. This sounds like pointless nitpicking to me, but I'll allow it. For now.
Like pointless nitpicking.
Nitpicking. Go on, Suka. Do your cross-examination.
My cross-examination is like... Okay.
He did die of poisoning.
10 o'clock? Isn't it 10 o'clock?
Wait, do we know he died at 10 o'clock? Because we might have gotten to him later, right?
We can look at our evidence, right?
Yeah, we can. That's our Facebook.
Oh, that's the Facebook.
Not even...
I don't think we have much for that. Oh, we didn't check out the chocolate.
Oh, that would have helped! Because he knew he was eaten on the 7th of January.
We didn't have, like, the time.
We went to the bar.
This is so annoying.
Yeah. And that's why
you have to pick, because if you miss one, you have to...
And we were like, 8 days. Oh, fuck, yeah, good shit.
Well, no, because it's not like we went to... Like, I said as a joke, oh, what if we just went to the bar for all 8 days?
Yeah, but we didn't do that, though.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if there was different characters every 8 days? Yeah, no, they just make you pick and choose.
Yeah, it's fun to make you...
So go to your evidence folder real quick.
Yeah.
I have an idea. So stupid. It probably won't work, so let's go for a better idea. The tickets. What day were they purchased? Can you click on them and see?
Tells us no.
Because that's probably the day they left. Yeah. Because you would... And if it was at 9 o'clock, he wouldn't,
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so I think...
With the corpse of Major Hal, we know it's Major Hal's corpse. 2,000 citizens...
Because it's like, why didn't you talk to them?
Also, it was the royal... It was with the royal entourage, right? As where Major Hal was.
Yeah.
Would there be 2,000 citizens talking around with the... And also, why didn't you talk to them, of course, as well? I think that's the best lead apart from 10 o'clock because it sounds stupid.
So 2,000 citizens?
That's what I think personally, but you are the JJ of our Sparson and JJ duo.
Inspector, you say that there were around 2,000 citizens, all of whom attest to seeing my client deliver the poisoned rose.
Oh boy, when you put it like that, our situation seems a little dire, doesn't it? Correct. We collected precisely 22 testimonies, and there were no major inconsistencies. But you said 2,000, that's 24 people.
Yeah.
You didn't do the math right there.
There we go. I would like some further details. What exactly did the testimony say?
Each citizen attested to seeing the king and his entourage approaching the new painting in the Grand Gallery. They have heard the king deliver a short speech, which was on the subject of progress and societal improvements and whatnot. There was some applause. Then Prince Juan stepped out of the crowd and approached the king with a rose in his hand.
Oh, Jesus.
My lungs. I'm gonna get some cheeky water, boys. Whoa.
Emphysema. Or should I say
Yeah.
mesothelioma?
Or on Comic Sans.
Comic Sans mesothelioma.
Guys, just some background on this story. Gates has been talking to us recently about his new job at a law office of some variety, which is focused on asbestos. So, because they're focused on asbestos-related cases, they get reports from doctors discussing the diseases related to asbestos. And obviously, there's a lot of very dire stuff in there, like you only have a few years left to live, major damage. Enter Gates one Tuesday morning, walking in reading a very dire message about a man who only has 1 year left to live. Now, what do you think would be appropriate font for this? Calibri? Times New Roman? Times New Roman, a good font. How about Comic Sans?
So this guy's histopathology report and the letter from his doctor that tells him he's got 1 year to live and he's been diagnosed with mesothelioma, all of it was in Comic Sans.
It was horrible.
It was like...
And I'm just imagining this being said by like a wacky Jerry Seinfeld impression.
It was like, oh, you've got mesothelioma.
Maybe it's a fun kind of mesothelioma, you know? It's like, oh, only 1 year left to live, but whoopity boop.
Anyway, so that was the joke.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Let's see.
I was just buying time so I drink some water and stop coughing up a lung, really. You hear the pop in the mic? I sure did. So the descriptions of the man's death were quite graphic.
We know about poison.
We do know about poison because of the one hunter.
Yes.
Like, I don't know why you're talking to me, man.
Yes.
He convulsed, twisted, and spasmed, said one witness. His mouth frothed like he was a rabbit lunatic, said another.
A rabbit lunatic. Someone who's crazy about how much they love rabbits.
Or just like a rabbit who's also a lunatic in this game's universe.
Thank you, Inspector. I think we get the picture.
Do you have another?
Yes.
No, we have to lose points for the jury. Because the other question is, how do we know they're trustworthy? Because we know they're trustworthy. Because
Okay.
Dude,
yeah, because we know about
we know about poisoning.
Inspector, you say the coroner determined with certainty that the Major Khal was killed by poison.
Correct. He stated the signs and symptoms were textbook. There is no possibility that his death was natural.
Oh, yeah? What kind of poison was it? Did the coroner mention specifically what kind of poison it was?
He was not certain. At first, the coroner posited that it was a plant-borne poison, like that of the aconite flower. But when he learned how fast the poison had taken effect, he noted that this was atypical of aconite. Consequently, he suggested that it may have been some newly engineered concoction.
A newly bloody engineered poison, you say? Well, that only reaffirms this was a very bloody deliberate assassination attempt.
Indeed.
Oh, what? What was the other question?
I don't remember.
Is it certain that he died of poison? Shit. No. I have no more questions about the poison. Okay.
10 o'clock. That's all that's left.
Yeah. We've got nothing.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
What's our narrative we're trying to construct?
We don't know. Because everything looks like Mr. Volpez poisoned him.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you about the victim.
What if he was the intended victim? What?
Is there anything to suggest he would be one? He's a wolf. The judge is yeah, what if this is a counterplot to the Marxist thing?
What if the Major Howell, right? Mm-hmm. He died of poison after taking the rose. He's a wolf. One of the king's royal bodyguards. If he's a wolf and the judge is a wolf, they might both be Marxist. What if he failed the assassination attempt and actually accidentally poisoned himself? Yeah.
Yes. Who was he? Okay. We've spent our whole investigation focusing
This
on
is
the
such a
murder.
shoddy narrative. If we hadn't watched that cutscene, we wouldn't know this, by the way.
True. But I still don't
The game was like, ooh, geez, they're not doing very hot. Ooh.
much about the victim himself. Exactly who was Major Hell?
He was a royal guard, a well-respected dog who was getting on in the years. I was not friends with the man, but I had met him on several occasions in the past, at banquets and royal meetings and the sorts. Major Howell was a stern, no-nonsense fellow, but he was a good man. His wife and children, no doubt, miss him.
No doubt.
No doubt. Sir, dude, no doubt.
No doubt.
Bodacious.
Yes. What if he was the intended?
Who was he again? I just want to confirm.
We have been treating this case as if the intended murder target was King Louis Philippe. But there is another possibility. What if the killer was trying to murder Major Hell from the very beginning? JJ, bloody, you need to bloody shut your mouth, alright? You just said something very bloody stupid. I can explain why and humiliate Blair in front of the courtroom.
Dude, little known fact about Ned Kelly.
Question now, and I will save you. Sorry.
Little known fact about Ned Kelly. If they got him at that exact moment in time, we never got him Broden Kelly. So it's a good thing that he ran away.
And I will save your humiliation for another day. Yeah. I know I bluff when I see one Severin.
Oh, if he's not bluffing.
Okay, here goes. The myriad of reasons why your question was unfathomably stupid. First, doesn't absolve your client. Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah.
If the defendant was intending to murder Hal, then he's still guilty of murder. Would likely punish.
Yeah, but you could argue there was no
neat
reason for it. And then you could argue there was no active or mens res. And then you could get him off the fucking crime if you're a good lawyer.
You can say, well, my client did. Well, he might have wanted to kill King Louis, but he didn't want to kill Major Hal.
Yeah.
Second, it doesn't make any sense. Nobody has a motive to kill Major Hal, but plenty have a motive to kill the king. Oh, alright, I get it. Third, many citizens attempted to see the defendant deliberately try to approach the king himself, not the major. His intentions were clear to everyone present. Fourth.
Oh, I know what happened, I think.
What?
He tries to approach the king to give him a flower, which is completely normal. But that would get in the way of the assassination attempt. Major Hal goes to stop him, accidentally triggers the poison himself, and drops dead.
Nice.
So if Prince Juan hadn't been there, the king would have died.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, nice.
Prosecutor, that will do. Defense, don't ask such stupid questions.
Okay.
Hey, that's the drawing. What a buffoon!
Oh, oops, okay.
Nope.
No, okay.
There's nothing left, is there, other than 10 o'clock?
Okay, let's... 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, you say?
Correct, 10 o'clock.
Surely you meant to say 10 o'clock.
I beg your pardon?
You clucked. Like a chicken. JJ, do you really bloody want to kick off this trial by picking on petty pronunciation peculiarities?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I am.
Yes, absolutely. Why would the inspector choose to say 10 o'clock rather than 10 o'clock? Really now, that's a bloody ridiculous thing to pick up on. Yes, JJ, us roosters have been known to cluck on occasion. It's a habit. Get over it.
This is such a blatant time wasting. There's another fire guilty for sure.
Oops.
Only a little favor? That was really stupid. How long did it take you to
Oh, yeah. Okay, this one's probably the better question. From the time you were
Can you imagine if you go to the chocolate factory? Imagine if Willy Wonka was there. I wish we got to see that. But we got there, and then it turns out 10 o'clock is like some code word between roosters to signal murdering, and it's like we can extrapolate that point to something actual. Oh, awful.
From the time you were called, how long did it take you to arrive at the crime scene?
Around 5 minutes. I happened to be in the neighboring Palais Royal at the time, so it was a simple journey.
Then I'm guessing that Major Hal would have been dead for around 10 minutes by the time you arrived.
That would be a fair estimate.
Plenty of time for a bad guy to slip away, huh?
That's definitely a possibility. I don't think the court would appreciate my wild speculations, though. No.
Wow, we don't have anything. We've gone through everything, haven't we?
Yeah.
Other than Major... No, we've done Major Hal.
Yeah, so what do we do?
Uh,
Surely, it's the game's like, come on, man.
We
What's
didn't
the
click
question
on
we haven't
one thing.
asked?
2,000 citizens,
Can
how
we
correct
trust
could
it?
it?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're just going to skip.
Yeah,
skip
okay.
this because we've already...
Yeah, I'm fucking
Are the
buddy.
testimonies trustworthy? Yeah. Are the testimonies trustworthy?
I saw nothing to give me doubt.
It was all wolves. Yeah, no, murder, yeah.
But surely there is the possibility that the citizens were...
The Russians being wolves is such a great narrative device as well.
Yeah. Well, I can bloody understand you having a doubt about one or two testimonies, but are you really saying that 22 people were coerced? It's a possibility that we must consider.
Monsieur Falcon, I know a thing or two about corruption. I've seen plenty of liars during my time as...
This is a good... Look at his eye patch.
Yeah.
A man can be bribed or threatened into reciting a lie. Perhaps 5 or 6 can maintain a consistent story. But 22? That seems that the lie would show well before then. It's just not possible.
Well said, Inspector. Defense, don't waste our time by bringing up these stupid possibilities.
Oh, jeez, we suck.
You lost. The jury hates us.
Your Honour, I'd like to declare a bloody mistrial.
A what now?
A mistrial. This trial is not progressing in a manner befitting of justice. The defence is blatantly floundering, more so than usual. He seems unable to provide a single coherent thought. Hey!
He's got a point, Falcon. Your arguments have been all over the place. Perhaps the defense's arguments are terrible because there is nothing that can be defended.
Oh, that's so bad. A judge should never say that in front of the jury.
Well, but to be fair, I think the judge is in on it, is why he's...
Yeah, so but no, like, if that happened in Australian court, that's an appeal right there. Done. That's bloody possible. Or maybe he's had a bit of a drinky dinky, chinky dinky.
That's a racial slur right there, dude.
Oh, whoops, yeah. I didn't intend. Anyway, fine. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm not drunk. I'm just drinking.
I'm not drunk yet. Glug, 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 glug. You certainly aren't sober. Guys, shut up, dude.
In any case, I suggest that we hold off on the trial until the defence can put more than 2 words together.
Oh, so we get an
stumbling.
extension.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Why are we letting a blatant criminal get a free pass just because his lawyer is an alcoholic?
Your Honour, I'm as certain of bloody Juan Cordedo's guilt as you are, but to prove his guilt the legal way, the right
The
way...
Cocorico is a really... I wish we got to play as this guy. Morally upright, an actual lawyer, doesn't break into houses or steal gets his map stolen by a miscreant.
Yeah. I need a competent bloody opponent to debate with. Let me deliver justice in a suitable legal environment. Yeah, again. Give the defence one more chance to gather their evidence.
Fine. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January at 9 o'clock. Don't be late.
Well, this is bloody twist.
Prosecutor, do your damn job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already.
Yeah, nice. I'll bloody do my best to do my justice.
Cockle-a-doodle-a-doo my best, Judge.
Cockle-a-doodle-a-do my best.
Defense, don't think you can worm out of the second trial session with any more mistrial nonsense.
Coccarino is actually such a legend.
He's such a great guy.
One slip up and I will condemn the stupid fox on the spot.
You can't do that.
But he's a wolf, Marxist, evil man,
Guess
boy.
he'll just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got a bit of time. JJ. You dolt? You dolt, you bloody colossal dolt. How could you mess up the trial session so badly? No need for the personal insults. I'm doing my best. Evidently your best isn't good enough. Your client could be made into the guillotine if I didn't play the mistrial card back there.
Do you think that... Because Cocorico's a way better lawyer than you are.
Yeah.
So he's obviously aware of the bourgeoisie and the
plot.
and the Marxists, right?
Yeah.
I'm imagining that the reason he stalled is because he doesn't want the fox to go on trial.
Yeah.
Because he's a much better detective than we are, so he probably knows what actually happened. And he's only playing prosecutor so that he can lose on purpose.
Yeah.
Because again, the 3 points he gave earlier about, it's stupid for these 3 reasons. It seems like he's trying to teach Falcon a lesson more so than... Cocorico is the best guy. He's the opposite of Sparrowson. This is the guy Jordan Peterson wants us to be, and this is the guy Jordan Peterson knows we can be. It's just,
this is where doesn't clean his
room. Cleans his room. Sits up straight, slouched. Was a descendant of lobsters, is not a descendant of lobsters.
What do you care? I thought that securing guilty verdicts was your reason to eat.
Yeah, you were bragging about a quick trial and everything. Oh!
Yo, you bloody boys. Mickey Mouse just popped in for you. Oh, you hopeless bloody blithering boys. I don't live to condemn criminals, I live to ensure that justice is served. And I can't do that if the opposition wastes their time twiddling their thumbs when they should be...
Can we have a thing of the Chad Coccarino and the Virgin JJ Falcon and Sparrowson?
Whatever, I don't care. I'm not your mentor. If you fail, it's no skin off my back.
Did you chase after us just to berate us?
No, I came to give you this. Punches him in the face. It's a letter that ended up in my pigeonhole, but it's addressed to you.
But pigeonhole's a little funny.
A letter for me? I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office. I don't know. I'm not a bloody courier, am I? I'm a bloody bird.
Do I look like a messenger pigeon?
Yeah. I don't think I bloody do. I have business to attend to. Both of you get your bloody nerd together, alright?
You know, the reason, this is a pretty funny thing, but in Latin, murd is the base of the word shit, right? And the original stories of Merlin was based on a real person named Murdenus from the year 800 AD, who back then in Old English it didn't mean shit, but he was a very famous minstrel who went insane in a battle, ran away, lived in the woods, and people constructed all these narratives about him. So the author wanted to make a fictional non-fiction thing which people would believe, kind of like a Bible, which he knew was false, right?
Yeah.
And they started believing in these stories, right? But he couldn't go with Murdenus because that means the one who is shit. So he had to change the name to Merlin, which people subsequently thought was a real dude who was the son of Satan and was a mystic man who helped King Arthur get the sword. So there you go. People are dumbasses at the point of the story. But they don't believe in the shit man. Well, they only believe in a merman.
That's it. People like Coldplay and voted for the Nazis.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't trust people.
You can't trust people at all.
There you go.
I'm not down for the weekend, tell you what. Get a what? Is that an expression now? Anyway, why does the letter say Falcon? Just emotionally distraught Sparrowson after a terrible
threat. A threat made with cut-out newspaper letters.
Whoa, I didn't know those things actually existed. Let me see. Falcon!
Why does it look like the SpongeBob chicken meme?
Homie! Oh, Falcon!
No.
Keep going.
I'm vetoing that voice.
You are lucky this time. But stop your investigation or there will be consequences. Scary.
There is no question that this letter originated from Major Hal's murderer.
Major Hal's a wolf.
No, isn't he a dag?
Dex?
Dogs.
Oh, I like Dex. Yeah, Major Hal's a wolf. In the beginning, the cutscene we saw.
Okay.
Brother, soon this will not happen. Major Hal was the thing. That was the guy talking to our good judge.
He's still alive.
No, he's certainly dead.
Oh.
But the judge knows what happens. He's trying to make it a quick trial to cover it up because he was the one who informed the murder in the first place. The reason why he's the judge rather than Maxime is because Maxime is a bird who is for the bourgeoisie. And also the bourgeoisie are cats and the Marxists are dogs. Dex.
Oh my gosh.
This is
wonderful.
This game's clever. I like this.
It's curious that the writer chose to threaten us rather than Severin. He was the one who saved that trial, after all. Maybe we're closer to uncovering the movie.
No, that was horrible,
Yeah.
Mr. Falcon.
Maybe, but why would a person write such newspaper letters like this?
Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although, I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to.
We're still going ahead with our investigation, though, right?
No, absolutely, dude.
Absolutely.
Cocorino put his neck on the line for us.
Oh, yes.
And you know how chickens are without their heads, like
they
bloody,
run around like
bloody childless chickens,
Yeah.
bloodless chooks.
If a lawyer were deterred every time they received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, with only 3 days before the next trial session, we can't afford to be worrying about the
Pity suit things like this. Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, why? Right. Let's make those days count.
Alright. So, we got to do our little chocky docky.
I'm not looking forward to
Clocky-docky?
listening to some of the voice they've done back.
Yeah. Okay, so we got to do the chocky docky, clocky docky.
Chocky Locky, Cocky Docky, yes, that's the one.
Let's do it.
Belay de Louvre.
Hopefully this.
Can I? Or do you want to? We'll choose. Who do you want? Me or you? You can, because I got to be what's his name, the wolf. So you get to choose this one.
Okay, I'll do this. So I think he's
Look at this guy in his trunk. It's so good.
I don't like it. Lander Hagelslack. He sounds like German.
Landa Hagelslack.
Yeah. Welcome to Lander Hagelslack's Chocolate Emporium, the finest Belgian chocolate shop in all of Paris.
He's Belgian.
I'm just gonna make him German. I am Lander Schlack, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am JJ Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Defense attorney? Defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers, very fancy. I must say that once I dreamt of being a lawyer, but well, the circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, when I was a lad, I served a term as an office. You know that song?
Yep.
No, just me. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney.
Falcon, you have to help me.
What is it?
It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding to have a wasted a shop.
Does Sparrowson hear the voices?
Do you hear the voices too, Falcon?
For pity's sake, restrain yourself,
Witness
Sparrowson.
your dog!
Let's get the chainsaw out.
Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So, are you monsieur here to buy some delicious chocolate?
I love this
I
character.
like him sounding like Augustus Gloop, actually.
Yes!
No. We're actually here on business, monsieur. Business?